What's up, you zombie deadheads, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer. And today, well, we have one of my all-time favorites. It's Tom Savini's 1990 flick. It is his remake of Night of the Living Dead. And guys, this one is my epitome of zombie films. I grew up with this one and absolutely love it. So let's just jump right into this fabulous flick. Here is Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead is an excellent remake of George A. Romero's 1968 zombie horror masterpiece, which takes the same tried and true premise of the original and amps it up with updated practical effects and a creepy tone that pays considerable tribute to the black and white cult classic. Directed by genre icon and special effects wizard Tom Savini, the film has a visceral quality to it that really brings the zombified tale to life. With an abundance of interesting characters and a lineup of wonderful actors to portray them, Night of the Living Dead is a remake that justifies its existence by presenting a story that is without a shadow of a doubt equal to its originator. The film follows a quiet and repressed woman named Barbara, who suddenly finds her world turned upside down when a zombie uprising takes the life of her brother, leaving her all alone to fend for herself amongst an ever-growing army of the undead. Finding sanctuary with a small group of survivors in an old farmhouse, Barbara struggles to stay alive by fortifying her surroundings and taking as many of the dead down as she can. With the army of walking corpses surrounding the estate, Barbara quickly comes to realize that the masses of flesh eaters are not the only things that can bring about her doom as the surviving group begins to implode from within. Patricia Tallman takes on the role of Barbara, the poor unfortunate soul who finds that even amidst such chaos and horror, she can rise above the bedlam and prove that she is a fighter. Tallman is sensational in this film, and her character arc from a passive and fearful victim to a badass zombie-killing warrior is tremendously achieved thanks to Patricia's heartfelt and genuine performance. Finding equal footing beside Tallman's Barbara is Tony Todd, who perfectly encapsulates the character of Ben. With his intimidating presence and theatrical form of acting, Todd is another aspect of this remake that really ups the bar. His intensity is infectious, and from the moment that he bursts onto the scene, with crowbar in hand, he brings a dire urgency to the progression of the film. The same can be said for Tom Towles' antagonist character Harry Cooper, who wants nothing more than to stay locked up in the basement where it's safe. Towles has always impressed me as an actor, and the moments where he begins to clash with Todd's Ben are explosive to say the least. You can really feel the tension between each opinionated character, and for an intimate story such as this one, that is a must. On a side note, the inclusion of Bill Moseley as Johnny is pure casting genius, and his short appearance in the film is one that will stay with you long after. With Tom Savini at the helm, the movie goes for a more realistic take on the zombie genre, in the vein of Romero's last two entries in the Dead trilogy. The graphic nature of the practical makeup effects, which were not created by Savini, and the harsh violence that is unabashedly on display, produce an end product that boasts a visceral take on George Romero's undead masterpiece, highlighting the gorier aspects of its content in stark clarity. I love the classic way in which Romero realized the original film, but I've always been drawn to the horrific way in which this remake delves into the modern portrayal of the zombie film at that time. Night of the Living Dead is a retread of a classic film that defies the impossible in the fact that it delivers all the goods, while adding its own twist to the formula. The ensemble cast is outstanding, and each actor takes on their respective character with a heightened sense of composure and adamant spirit. Toppled onto that, the film is filled to the brim with horrifically imagined zombies, grotesque special effects work, and a violent temperament that skyrockets the visceral nature of the story to unparalleled levels. In summary, Night of the Living Dead is a horror remake to rule all remakes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the fabulous Tom Savini remake of Night of the Living Dead. Just a great entry in the whole zombie series, and just one of my all-time favorites. Absolutely love it to death. But guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.